One of the most important parts of marketing is understanding your audience and what their goals are. And while every person has a different goal, you can generally break everyone into these two different categories, business to business and business to consumer. Well, in this episode of the Zwelly Show, I'm going to talk about the differences in how you'd market your company as a business to business or business to consumer company. So what exactly does business to business and business to consumer really mean? Well, for the more experienced people out there, bear with me for just one moment while I explain this. Business to consumer companies sell a product or service directly to the end user. An example of this is companies like Apple, Amazon, or Uber. They sell a product or service directly to the person that uses it. A business to business company, however, they sell their product or service to another business where they're not the end user of a product. An example of this would be companies like Intel, Boeing, or GE. While they do make products for the end user, they often sell their products to another business that uses them as part of what they do or make. So let's take a look at the major differences in marketing to these two different audiences. If you run a business-to-business company, your audience is the person looking to make purchases on behalf of the company as a whole. They're actively looking for ways to grow their company, and they usually do this in one of two ways, either by making money or saving money. Sometimes they do this by outsourcing a product or service to an external company, and sometimes they purchase the resources needed for their company to do or make something internally. If you run a business-to-consumer company, your audience is the person looking to make purchases on behalf of themselves. They're not necessarily looking to make or save money, but instead to be better at something or to try to resolve some sort of conflict they may have. Basically, every business, including yours, is either selling directly to the consumer or to another business. But why does that determine how you market your product? Well, there's 4 things to consider when creating your marketing plan. Number 1, selling business to business is often a more lengthy process, as a lot more attention is put into not making the wrong decisions. Because if they do, it could affect them a lot more on a personal level. And this also has a lot to do with the fact that business to business purchases are generally much, much higher than business to consumer purchases are. Sometimes the difference could be millions of dollars. Number 2, business to business purchases are generally more rational, as they're driven more by need and budgets, while business to consumer purchases are driven more by emotional wants. Number 3, business to business sales are more likely to repeat than business to consumer sales are. Number 4, a more personal face-to-face relationship is often required as part of a business-to-business transaction, while business-to-consumer companies often rely a bit more on advertising. While these two groups of people may have many differences, you should also keep in mind the similarities in what I like to call H-to-H marketing, or human-to-human marketing. Essentially, no matter what you're selling, you need to always be thinking about the human on the other side of your marketing. Everyone wants to be great, and everyone has some kind of problem that they're trying to solve. So always keep that in mind while using a great deal of empathy to put yourself into their shoes to honestly help them do whatever it is that you truly help them do. And I have one more thing. If you like these videos, please thumbs up, like, subscribe, comment, and not only would I greatly appreciate it, but I promise to keep this channel all about helping you become a better marketer and business owner. And that's it. Check back next Tuesday at 9 a.m. Eastern Time for the next episode of The Zwelly Show. Thanks.